Okay, so you've done the heavy lifting. You've got eyes on your online store. The clicks are happening. Uh, the virtual foot traffic is there.
Yeah, people are showing up.
But the cash register, it's not exactly, well, singing. If that sounds familiar to you, you're definitely not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're not really digging into how to attract visitors. We're taking a magnifying glass to what happens right after they land squarely on your product page.
Exactly. So many businesses, they pour energy into getting traffic, like that's the end goal.
Right.
But think of it like this. You can lure people into your physical shop, right? But if the shelves are messy, products look dusty, maybe there's no one around to help.
They're just going to walk out.
They'll just turn around. Yeah. Your product page is that exact point, that conversion point.
Oh.
And honestly, it's often the silent killer of online sales.
It really is the digital moment of truth.
Yeah.
And our mission today is to dissect what? 8 of the most common missteps? Things that can send a potential buyer clicking away.
Yeah, and we've got some really sharp insights here that lay bare these pitfalls.
And crucially, arm you with fixes, actionable things.
Definitely actionable. Consider this like your quick guide to crafting product pages that don't just look good, but actually turn those clicks into customers.
Whether you're selling, I don't know, wellness stuff, home goods.
Or even something specific like, say, natural pest control. It applies across the board.
And the basic truth, really, in today's market is, well, your customers have so many options.
They're drowning in them. So a confusing layout, maybe a page that takes forever to load, an unanswered question.
Any tiny bit of friction.
Any of it. It can be enough for them to just vanish and find a competitor who, offers the smoother ride. It's about making that path to buying as effortless as possible.
Okay, let's dive in then. Starting with something that should, ideally, hit you right away when a page loads, the value proposition. Our insights really stress that within seconds, a visitor is asking, maybe not even consciously, okay, why should I buy this thing from you?
Exactly. And if that answer isn't immediate and, really compelling...
Lost them already.
Pretty much. And it's fascinating how often businesses just fall back on these really vague claims.
Oh, like high quality.
Yeah, high quality, great value. I mean, who doesn't say that? It doesn't cut through.
So the value prop needs to go deeper.
It has to. It's about finding what the material calls the benefit of the benefit. Like, what real problem does your product actually solve for the buyer? And maybe more importantly, how does solving that make them feel?
Right. It's not just a boring list of features. It's about tapping into what the customer wants, or maybe what pain point they have.
Exactly.
Like the natural pest control example you mentioned. Saying it's a non-toxic spray, okay, that's a feature. It's true.
But it's just a feature, yeah.
But contrast that with something like, imagine a home where your kids and pets play freely, no worries about harmful chemicals. Our plant-based spray makes that happen.
See the difference. That connects. It paints a picture, addresses a real concern.
Totally. So how do we actually nail this? What are the concrete steps?
Well, the insights give some really practical advice here. First, your headlines. They need to shout the main benefit, not just the product name.
Okay.
So instead of flea repellent spray, maybe try give your pet relief without harsh chemicals. Speaks right to the outcome.
Gotcha. Outcome focused.
Then your bullet points. List features, sure, but always translate them into advantages and then benefits.
Benefit, benefit, benefit.
Right. Safe for children and pets. That's a benefit.
Right.
No harsh chemical smell. Maybe an advantage leading to a benefit. Noticeably fewer fleas in 48 hours. Big benefit. Way more persuasive than just listing ingredients.
Absolutely. People aren't buying chemicals. They're buying peace of mind or a flea-free dog.
Exactly. They're buying the solution, the feeling.
What about building trust right from the start?
Oh, critical. The material really highlights using trust signals. Think about those little badges or
Like
seeds.
certified organic or something?
Yeah, or certified cruelty-free, independently tested, maybe a really clear 30-day money-back guarantee. These things lower that initial skepticism, especially for products touching on health, safety, your home.
Makes sense. And the big takeaway here seems to be consistency.
Yes. Weave that core value, that main benefit, through the entire page. Headline, descriptions, even the call to action.
That unified message builds confidence. Reinforces why you.
Precisely.
Okay, let's shift gears. Visuals, something we process almost instantly. Our insights call them the online version of a good shop display and a helpful assistant.
And it's so true. Think about how much we rely on sight in a real store. You pick things up, turn them over, look closely.
You inspect it.
Online, your images and videos have to do that heavy lifting. If your visuals are blurry or you only have one angle or they look unprofessional,
You're making the customer guess.
you are. You're asking them to buy based on imagination, and that creates doubt, often sends them clicking over to a competitor with better pictures.
It's like walking into a dimly lit store with fuzzy photos on the shelves. You'd probably just leave.
He would.
So how do we brighten up those digital shelves, make things visually irresistible?
Okay, first, high-quality images are non-negotiable. Multiple angles front, back, close-ups of details, maybe even out of the packaging.
And lifestyle shots, right? Showing it in use.
Crucial, yeah. For that pest control spray, show it being used safely near a pet or in a kitchen setting. Context is key.
And zoom, being able to zoom in.
Don't underestimate zoom. Letting people inspect the texture of fabric or the details on a gadget that builds a surprising amount of trust. It says you've got nothing to hide.
That fine detail really can make a difference. What about video?
Video can be incredibly powerful, even just a short demo showing how it works or the results you can expect.
Or is how easy it is to use.
Exactly. That can boost engagement and conversions like crazy. And the material points out you don't always need a Hollywood production. Sometimes short, authentic videos, maybe even shot on a phone, can feel more genuine and connect better.
That's interesting. Less polished can be better sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. And here's a smart tip. Take those product videos and reuse them in your ads. Google Performance Max, social media reels.
Consistency again.
Right. It reinforces the message, warms up the traffic before they even click.
Smart. Okay, let's move to something maybe a bit more subtle, but powerful for confidence. Social proof.
The wisdom of the crowd.
Yeah.
The insights use that classic restaurant analogy, empty place versus one buzzing with people.
You trust the busy one instinctively.
Exactly. Social proof reviews, testimonials, user-generated photos and videos. That's the digital equivalent of the busy restaurant for your product. It tells visitors, hey, other people bought this, liked it, and got the results you want.
Without it, even the best description can feel a bit empty, like it's just the company talking.
Yeah, it feels risky. People want that reassurance. Does this actually work for someone like me?
So how do we harness this effectively?
Make it super visible. Display customer reviews prominently, maybe near the title and price. Even just a star rating and the number of reviews at 4.9 from 200 plus reviews. That's powerful at a glance.
And user-generated content, UGC.
Definitely integrate it. Real photos, real videos from actual customers using your product in their homes, in their lives. That carries so much more weight than slick stock photos.
I love that. There's just an inherent trust in seeing real people.
Totally. And another key thing, highlight reviews that mention specific benefits. Don't just settle for great product.
Look for the specifics.
Yeah, find and feature things like, we use this and the ants were gone in 2 days, or finally found something safe that works with toddlers around. That specificity is gold.
What if you're a new brand? Not many reviews yet.
Good question. The tip here is to be proactive. Ask for honest feedback. Maybe offer a small incentive for customers to share photos or videos of their experience.
Get the ball rolling.
Exactly, because even 1 or 2 genuine customer photos can be more impactful than a gallery of perfect professional shots when you're starting out.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's talk about that critical moment, the call to action, the CTA. The closer, as the insights call it.
Right, the button that turns browsing into buying.
And it's amazing how often this crucial element is kind of weak or hidden or just bland.
It really is. And there's psychology here. A good CTA isn't just a button. It's the words you use, the sense of urgency, how clearly it tells someone what to do next and why they should do it.
So those generic ones like submit or learn more.
They're often a missed opportunity at this stage. They lack punch.
So what language should we use?
Think action-oriented. Focus on the outcome. Buy now and sleep better tonight. Get instant relief. Add to basket and protect your home. Much stronger.
Connect it back to the benefit.
Exactly. For the pest control, maybe protect my family now. It's direct, emotional, tells them the gain.
And visually, it needs to stand out, right? Can't be buried.
Oh, absolutely. Use a contrasting color so it pops off the page. Make sure the text is clear, the button size is generous, easy to click or tap.
And placement matters too.
Definitely. Put it above the fold, visible without scrolling. And if your page is long, repeat it further down. Make it easy for them when they decide, okay, I'm ready.
And I like this pro tip. Pair the CTA with microcopy. Those little reassurances.
Yes. Things like secure checkout, free returns, 30-day money-back guarantee, right near the button. It just reduces that last-second anxiety.
Lowers the perceived risk. Smart. Okay, now, for a real conversion killer, often invisible, slow page load times.
Yes, speed. In e-commerce, speed isn't just nice to have, it's basically trust.
How so?
Well, every extra second your page takes to load dramatically increases the chance someone will just leave, bounce. Not just impatience either. Slow loading can feel unprofessional, even signal technical problems.
And the stats back this up, right? Like over 3 seconds and you see huge drop-offs.
Significant drop-offs, yeah. And it's not just about losing that one visitor. Slow pages hurt your search rankings, both paid ad scores and organic SEO.
Oh, interesting. It impacts visibility too.
Definitely. Plus, it just kills the momentum. Someone's excited, ready to buy, and then waiting. The impulse fades.
Frustrating. So what makes pages slow, typically? And what do we do?
Big culprits are often images and videos that aren't optimized. They need to look good, yes, but the file sizes have to be managed.
Compression tools.
Exactly. Tools like Tiny PNG for images using efficient formats like WebP. For video, make sure it's compressed appropriately. Also, use browser caching.
Caching.
Yeah, it stores parts of your site locally on the user's browser so it loads faster on repeat visits. And consider a CDN content delivery network.
How does that help?
It distributes your site's files across servers worldwide. So when someone visits, the content is served from a server physically closer to them. Much faster delivery.
Clever. Anything else on the technical side?
Yeah, check your scripts and plugins. Too many heavy ones can really bog things down. Audit them regularly. Remove anything non-essential.
And the pro tip here is about testing tools.
Right. Use tools like Google Page Speed Insights or GTmetrix. They're free, they analyze your page speed, and importantly, they give you specific, actionable steps to improve it.
Okay, super helpful. Now let's talk about just making the page easy to navigate and understand. Clarity.
Because clarity sells. The insights nail this. If visitors land and have to think too hard to figure out the product, the benefits, how to buy...
They're gone. Too much effort.
Exactly. A cluttered, confusing layout creates cognitive overload. People end up trying to just understand the page instead of getting excited about the product.
Whereas a clean, intuitive design...
It builds trust, makes the whole experience smoother, more pleasant, and way more likely to end in a sale.
So what are the rules for that clean, intuitive layout?
Lots of white space is your friend. Don't cram everything above the fold. Let the key elements breathe. The main visual, the core benefit, reviews, price, the CTA.
Keep it focused.
Very focused. Use clear headings for different sections, how it works, why choose us, customer stories. Make it scannable. People often scan before they read deeply.
Makes sense. What about finding other related things?
Good point. Make navigation easy. Related products, back to the main category, should be simple and obvious. Maybe in a sidebar or below the main content.
Keep the flow going. And the big consideration here, especially for layout.
Mobile. The pro tip is crucial. Always check how your page looks and functions on a phone. A great desktop layout can completely fall apart on a small screen.
Yeah, things get jumbled or buttons become tiny.
Exactly. Responsive design is essential. Okay, let's get to the actual product information itself.
Right, because online you can't touch it, you can't feel it, so the words and details have to do that job. Build confidence.
They absolutely do. If you skimp on details, specs, how to use it, or just write a generic description, you leave questions unanswered.
And unanswered questions lead to hesitation.
Hesitation, abandoned carts, or maybe they click away to research elsewhere and find a competitor who does answer their questions.
Ouch. And good product info reinforces trust.
Right.
Especially for certain types of products.
Definitely. Anything related to health, safety, things you use in your home or on your body, people need detailed, accurate information to feel comfortable buying.
So the fix is basically, don't be lazy with the description.
Pretty much. Be thorough. Explain what it does, who it's for, why it's the best choice. Focus on use cases, benefits.
Not just features.
Never just features. Include all the specifics, dimensions, materials, ingredients, clear instructions. Use bullet points or tabs to make it easy to digest.
And maybe address common questions directly.
Yes. Build a mini FAQ right on the page based on questions you already get from customer service. Be proactive.
That's smart. Turn common queries into selling points.
Exactly. And the pro tip follows that. Regularly look at your customer service emails, your reviews, see what confuses people, what questions keep coming up.
And then update the product page accordingly.
Precisely. Address those points directly in the copy. Turn confusion into clarity. Okay, last but definitely not least, mobile optimization.
Cannot stress this enough. The stats are clear. Most e-commerce traffic is mobile now.
Over half and growing. If your product pages aren't built for mobile first, or at least mobile friendly,
You're just leaving money on the table. Lots of it.
huge amounts. And remember, the mobile user experience is different. People on phones are often more impatient, easily distracted.
Less tolerant to friction.
Much less. If your page is slow or clunky on mobile, they will bounce faster than on desktop. Plus, Google uses mobile experience as a ranking factor now.
So bad mobile experience hurts your visibility too. Double whammy.
Right. So what are the must-dos for mobile?
Responsive design is baseline, right? Adapts to any screen.
Absolutely table stakes. Test it on different phones, different tablets. Then simplify everything for mobile. Navigation, checkout.
Big buttons, some friendly.
Think thumb first. Large tap targets. Avoid tiny links or complex drop-downs. Streamline checkout, fewer steps. Enable autofill. Make it easy.
And speed is even more critical on mobile.
Even more so, mobile networks can be slower, so compress images aggressively for mobile. Maybe use lazy loading for videos so they don't load until scrolled to. Cut out any bloated code. Prioritize getting that core content loaded fast.
Makes sense. And the final tip here is another testing tool.
Yeah, use Google's mobile-friendly test. It's free, quick, and tells you if Google sees your page as mobile-friendly and offers suggestions if not.
Okay, wow. We've really covered a lot of ground there. 8 key areas.
We have, and hopefully the core message is clear. Getting traffic, that's just step one.
That's the battle.
Exactly. Your product page is where that interest has to convert into a sale. Or it doesn't. It's that critical point.
Right. These 8 things we talked about: weak value prop, bad visuals, no social proof, poor CTA, slow speed, confusing layout, thin info, no mobile optimization.
They're like cracks in your sales funnel.
Yeah. You spend money or effort filling the top, but people leak out through these cracks before they buy. Wasted effort, missed sales.
But the good news, the really encouraging part, is that you don't necessarily need a massive overhaul.
Small changes can have a big impact.
Absolutely. Making strategic improvements based on these points, clarifying your value, adding better photos, highlighting reviews, speeding things up, even small tweaks can significantly lift your conversion rate.
And improve customer satisfaction too, presumably.
Definitely. Leads to happier customers, better reviews, more repeat business. It all connects.
So here's the final thought to leave you with. Think of your product page as your tireless 24/7 salesperson.
It's always working.
Is it actually equipped to close the deal effectively? Take a really honest look at your own product pages using these 8 lenses. You might be surprised at the opportunities you find just waiting to be unlocked.